Hey y'all, welcome back to TD Gets Active. Today we'll be cooking some shrimp pad thai, colossal amount, which is one of my favorite things to eat for dinner, especially in your mood for some comfort food. So let's hop right into it. So we're gonna start off with chopping some ingredients, with vegetables first. So here you see I have a big ass broccoli chunk, and what I'm doing is just cutting off the stems and after that separating the florets, and I'm gonna keep repeating that until I remove all my mini broccoli trees, and then we're gonna put them in a big ass bowl to wash. And don't panic, sometimes whoop, right there some of them might fall on the side. Girl, if you don't put that broccoli back on the side and wash it and clean it, because we don't waste food in this house. That's a quick 10-second rule, okay? So everything is going to be in a bowl and you're going to leave it on the side, of course. So it's really your choice. I kept the stems, but not everyone does that. Ta-da! So the second vegetable we'll be sending out is our green onions, also known as chives. They are in staple, a big staple in almost every meal that I eat. So what you're gonna do is just cut your ends off and keep your ends on the side because you can actually grow some more green onions in your own home. I have some in my kitchen. You're gonna chop those all up. Of course, make sure they're clean and washed up. No dirty vegetables in this household, please, I beg. And you're just gonna make sure they're nice and small, not too big, and put them in a bowl. We're gonna use that actually as our topping in the end, so you can just leave those on the side and put them in a different bowl. Our last vegetable we're gonna be chopping up is also a known staple, is white onion. So basically what I did here is just cut my onion in half. Of course you peel it off first, and then I cut it in half again to have some crescent moon shaped or half circle pieces. You also want them on the thinner side just so you have better chances of cooking them evenly, because you don't want no crunchy onions in there. And shout out to me, by the way, for not having to put them in some cold water. Like, what? I didn't cry or nothing. So then you're just gonna put them in the same bowl as where you put the broccoli, because you're gonna be part of the stir fry. Now for the most annoying part of the cooking, cleaning and deshelling your shrimp. So you're gonna grab yourself the amount of shrimp that you want, and you see, ew, doo-doo. Some people say it's doo-doo, some people saying it's their guts. At the end of the day, remove that. Remove all of that before you even put it in water to clean. Just remove. You see that? Ew. Take your knife and just swoop. Take everything out of there because you don't want to be eating doo-doo or guts. Your choice. And then I always remove also the shells from the tail, because a lot of people forget that. Like I said, you don't want no crunch in this pad thai and this stir fry. Okay? Now it's time to get this kitchen hot. So we're gonna start off with around a tablespoon of sesame oil just to cover up the pan. Your pan is gonna be on a medium, not high. Your shrimp gonna burn and overcook. Medium. I'll tell you why. So what you're gonna do, you put one shrimp, let it a bit warm up. When it starts sizzling, put all of them in there. You're gonna add you some salt. You're gonna add you some Thai red curry, which is delicious. And you're gonna stir it up until you have a nice orange red color all over. Cheese, okay. Let it simmer for a minute or two. Now your shrimp got you some color. So you're gonna start adding some soy sauce, drizzle that on top, followed by some chili flakes. I like it really spicy, so put the amount you like. And then some sweetener, I chose some organic honey. You know, that little hot and sweet. Now garlic. Instead of one clove, I use 6 because I love me some garlic. And instead of chopping it up, what I did is grate it directly into the pan. Why? Because the smaller amounts actually just makes it easier to melt, so you don't have crunchy pieces of garlic in there, and the flavor will spread out evenly with the shrimp way easier. So you just grate all those 6 cloves in there. Trust me, get happy. Now stir up all the ingredients together so you have a nice even coat all over. We don't want no segregation. Every shrimp gonna have some garlic, some soy sauce, some honey, some chili flakes, everything. And then you see, it looks delicious, right? So now we're gonna go to the second part of the stir fry. So now that our shrimp is done, we can go to our veggies. So what you're gonna do is add another tablespoon of sesame oil into your pan, and then you're gonna add you the onions and broccoli that you chopped. So there's one vegetable that I'm gonna add here, which is not needed if you don't like it, but I love me some soybeans. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of them, but they're really cool for me. So, and they just bring a little bit of a crunch. So you're gonna add those on top. Wow, I added me a lot of soy. Those are a lot of soybeans. So you're gonna cover that up, let that simmer, just for it to ramollir un peu. How do you say that in English? Aha, soften. You don't want your vegetables raw. This is where if you have a wok, it would be very convenient because you're gonna see me struggle trying to flip this food over. Any stir fry you're making or any big amount of foods that you're cooking, a wok is the best thing. It will be your best friend. It's literally what they're made for. So you're gonna let it simmer for until it reaches the softness goal. So sima 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 sima. Wrong simmer. But that's what you're gonna be. For me, it took around 5 minutes because I overfilled overfilled my pan. So now that your veggies are fresh out the sauna looking a bit softer, you're gonna stir them around. Just make sure everything's evenly cooked and just to see if you need more time. If it's a little bit too crunchy for you, you can always just cover it back up, bring them back in the sauna until they have the texture that you prefer. For my personal taste, it took around 5 minutes for my vegetables to be perfectly cooked the way I need them. So of course nobody likes some bland vegetables. So what I did is add a little bit of my soy sauce on top, drizzle that a bit. You can also add some salt, it's really your choice, but you don't want to overdo it since we added soy sauce in the veggies and also the shrimp. We don't want it too salty, please. Cholesterol, health. And then you're just gonna stir that all up in the end. Like I said, no segregation. So we want that soy sauce to be in every single broccoli and every single bean soy. And then when they're looking like one love, all you do is cover that back up, leave it in the sauna for a few minutes, and then boom, you got yourself some vegetables. Now for the most important part of the meal, noodles. So I chose my favorite noodles, udon noodles. Udon noodles if you want the thickness. Okay, you get you some udon noodles. You only need one pack, nothing crazy. Once again, you gotta add you a little bit of sesame oil, and you're really just gonna throw them on the pan. Now, as you can see, mine is vacuum sealed, so you can see it's like a big square. Don't worry about that. Just put that right on the pan, and then you're gonna cover it up, let it simmer, and then you're gonna come back and realize that they break apart themselves. Trust me, just do that or else you're gonna have a bunch of broken parts, little small noodles broken up looking like macaroni. You do not want that, and that was the first mistake I made. Udon noodles, honestly, just read the directions on the packs. Mine only took about 3 minutes to cook. So what I do, I just cover it up. I walk away, do something for like a 1-2 minutes, and then when you come back, you'll see they'll start breaking apart. Now just make sure everything is broken up evenly, all the noodles are separated, and you just stir it a bit because you want the noodles to soak up that sesame oil. Sesame oil has bomb flavor. I really enjoy it. And then you'll be ready to plate. So now time for putting everything on the plate. So you're gonna start off with the noodles, the foundation, the base. And then you're just gonna add all your ingredients on top. So I started off with the noodles and then I followed with the broccoli, soybean, with the onions. added the shrimp on the side, and then I added a huge amount of kimchi because I love kimchi. Kimchi is so good to me. I don't warm up my kimchi. I think that's disgusting from people, but I treat kimchi like it's coleslaw. So I just eat that cold. And you're gonna see a big chunk of kimchi that I'm gonna add. So please mind your business. Don't judge me. I never take in how crazy my portions are until I watch a video and I'm like, damn, I'll be getting happy with spoon. Now add you the green onions you chopped up right on top of there as a topping, and then boom boom. And there you have it, colossal shrimp pad thai, fresh right in your kitchen. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm about to grab me this bowl and yam this while watching me some Naruto. I hope y'all enjoyed this meal as much as I do. Bye.